Hi ladies, it's Arlene. There are a few videos out there on how to create Tim Holtz Grungepaper Flower, and I just wanted to share my take on the Grungepaper Flower. So here it is. And I did use Tim Holtz grunge paper on this. The grunge paper is really pliable, so it withstands all of the glimmer misting and spritzing and heating and the glue and everything, and it just lasts longer over time. You don't necessarily have to use grunge paper, but I recommend it. Also, you don't have to have the Sizzix number 5 die. You can pretty much do this with any 5-petal, 6-petal or 5-petal flower. And I just wanted to show you that I actually created this using my Cricut expression and a deep cutting blade, and which cuts at the highest setting. It cuts the grunge paper perfectly. Okay, so and you want to make sure that you have a really good sticky mat when you do this, to make sure that the paper doesn't curl up or push up while your Cricut's cutting. And so anyways, let me just show you really quick here. This is what my petal looks like before I actually cut it. So I actually cut, or my flower I should say, and I actually cut 3 of them. So here's the 3. Okay, and here's the 3rd one. And these are cut at the 3-inch setting, normal. It's not shadow or anything like that. If you wanted it to be a little bit wider, you could do the shadow setting. Okay, so there we go. So I got the 3 flowers, and then I just wanted to also point out that there are, if you just go through your Cricut library, and I seriously need to get a Gypsy, I'm telling you guys, I'm running out of space for all these cartridges. But if you go through your Cricut cartridges on your shelf, or even through your Gypsy, you'll be surprised that you will find, and this is what I used here, you'll be surprised that you'll actually find a bunch of flowers in your Cricut cartridges. And this is the Platin Schoolbook cartridge. And then in the Mini Monograms cartridge, there's also a 5-petal flower right here. And you really don't need to have 6 petals, because you can cut 4 flowers out of a 5-petal die cut or Cricut cartridge, because what happens is you're going to be folding over, and it's going to be 5 petals anyhow. So for that extra petal that goes in the center, you can use that 4th flower to cut out that 1 petal. Okay, so anyways, I just wanted to show you that. And then also, if you have the Accent Essentials cartridge, there's also a flower on here, right there. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if it's blurring up, but there's flowers on here that you can also use to achieve a similar look. So anyways, this is just my version of the Tim Holtz flower, and the way that I put this together is, I just showed you here, I cut out these petals using the Platin School, what is this called? Platin Schoolbook Cricut cartridge, set at 3 inches. So I cut out 3 of those. I followed Tim's instructions on his blog, and I started off with the first flower. I cut a slit all the way to the middle and kept it as is and folded over. Okay, and then on the second flower, you actually take off 1 petal and then you fold it over. And then on the last one, you cut out 2 petals and you fold it over. And I'm not going to show you exactly how to do that. You can actually check out Tim's blog, and I'll put his blog ID up here so that you can see that. But before I actually started putting this together, what I did is I took the smooth side of the grunge paper, and the first thing I did is I glimmer mist it with Scarlet and Riptide, and then I went over that with some Perfect Pearls homemade glimmer, and I used the gold and the bronze color, or the copper color. Okay, and this is basically, you create this by filling up the vial, the mini mister about 3/4 full, and then you'll take 1 scoop, and you can use the end of your paintbrush, just 1 scoop of the Perfect Pearls, and that's enough to create your glimmer. Okay, you can also create your own glimmer mist, just a tip here, using the Ranger distressed rinkers And Tim Holtz has a video out on this. It's basically you fill the mini mister partway full, and then you add 1 full dropper of the Distress ink. And then if you want to add the shimmer to it, you can put in Perfect Pearls. And there's a white color Perfect Pearls, and I can't remember, but it's a translucent, so it just basically adds the shine but won't take away the color that you're using. Okay, so I used the 3 flowers. I sprayed it, and then I edged them with, take it out here, peeled paint and Vintage Photo Distress inks. Okay, and I used my ink applicator for that with the foam. And then, so I inked the edges, and then I put the flower together as instructed on Tim's blog. But then what I did is I took the Making Memories Vintage Findings, and I have a ton of this. What I did is I took one of the little yellow flowers here, and I cut off the stem, and then in the center of the flower, I just daubed in a bunch of glossy accents, and I shoved the little flower in there. So now there's a centerpiece to the flower. Okay, so that's my take on the flower. Hope you like it. Again, you know, be creative with what you have in your scrap room. You don't have to go out and buy stuff. So you can actually do some homemade things. Like I said, use your Cricut cartridge, make your own glimmer mist. You know, don't feel like you have to go out and spend money. Okay? If you have any questions, leave a comment. Thanks for watching. Bye.